Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Wolfley.
And I'm Tunch Ilkin.
He's still Tunch Ilkin.
Yeah, I haven't left that spot yet.
Welcome to J&D Waterproofing post-game wrap-up. And, of course, today, the big announcement is talk about your granddaughter. You got to tell about the granddaughter.
All right, little Althea was born this morning about an hour ago. 9 pounds, 5 ounces to my son, Tanner, and my beautiful daughter-in-law, Jessica. And it's their second. We had Levi last night and getting ready to finish this and run on over to the hospital. Praise God, just so thankful for my 4th grandchild.
Which gives me a 2-grandchild lead.
Right, I'm going to catch
6
up.
to 4. Yes,
I got to start prodding my...
not that we're competing at all, but
yeah.
Speaking of competing, this is the second bitter loss back-to-back, going down the Chargers to the very final 3 field goal attempts in a row, finally knock it through. But the problem started much earlier in the game, Touch.
You know, I think that it was one of those fluky games where you walk away going, what just happened? Let's start with the first half. I thought the Steelers had a great game plan, very, very aggressive on the defensive side, very, very aggressive on the offensive side of the ball. They started going deep early. They were getting after Phillip Rivers. They got in his face. They knocked him down. They played very, very physical. And then, a number of things happened when Travis Benjamin's touchdown, where Sam Tevi was clearly offside, and they didn't call
how
it.
can you not see that? I mean, you and I have been called for illegal procedures as offensive linemen, where, I mean, even watching the film over in slow motion, there's no discernible disruption between the snap and our movements. And yet you got one guy sitting there who's eyeballing you says, yes, you moved. Yeah. This was so clear and far away an illegal procedure, it's mind-numbing that you could miss it.
Yeah, and so when Mike Hilton, obviously,
he froze a little bit.
Froze a little bit because he thought it was blown dead. Now, you don't hear the whistle. A lot of times you don't hear the whistle in the game. That's what people go, well, if you don't hear the whistle. Well, that's not the way the game is played. It is so easy for armchair quarterbacks to come back and say, oh, you should have done this or you should have done that. Well, that's not the way the game is.
Well, frankly, can I say this? All it takes is one heartbeat of indecision for a guy like Travis Benjamin at 4.443 to get the edge, and that's all he needed.
Yeah, 4.3.
Yeah, I mean,
a track guy.
You still play through the play, but the fact is that one heartbeat, people do not understand how tight the margins are out there when you tap speed, coverage, and all sorts of things like that.
And if you're a defensive player, every time someone moves, the play stops.
Yeah.
And so one of the things, and the thing that got me is, come on. Everybody saw it. Everybody in the stadium saw it. How come none of the other officials called it and said, "Hey, you missed that. It was ridiculous." And they did such a terrible job of officiating on the punt return for a touchdown by Desmond King. There were 2 blatant blocking the backs, and there was 1 blatant hold. And it makes you.
I find it fascinating that Brian Allen, who got called for a block in the back, got blocked in the back
and thrown on his face.
And the officials were right there again. Yeah. If you watch, and you can see the officials in the film, and you look at that and you go, "How did you miss that one?"
Right.
But again, that's the nature of the game, the way things happen. Chris Boswell misses another extra point.
That's right.
That's unfortunate. Does it bother you? And I'm really wondering what the issue is with the extra point, because that is not something you think should be a problem, especially when you bang a 48-yarder through like he did.
Well, the thing that bothers me, Wolf, is how much of this is in his head and how much what's going to happen when the game's on the line.
Right.
And he's going to need a chip shot.
Right.
And you know what I mean? Because it's becoming an issue. And, when you miss a field goal, you change the complexion. That's why they started going for 2. I'm not blaming the loss on Boz. I'm not blaming the loss on Mike Hilton. I'm not, I'm not going to blame the loss on the refs, although they were terrible. And then there was the fluke play when that Keenan Allen catches a ball that Joe Hayden's about to intercept. Sean Davis lights him up. Ball pops up. Keenan Allen goes, "Wow, This is
a
Hanukkah.
gift.
Happy Hanukkah.
There you go. It's
that's
a
right.
gift.
It was the first day of Hanukkah.
It was a gift.
Right. And
No
so,
question about it.
So
it's a friendly fire incident.
Right.
You could not script that.
Yeah.
Since we're talking LA, you could not script that in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That finish any better.
Right, yeah.
Right then and there. That was problematic as well. And then of course you've got the 2-point conversion. Antonio Gates beats Artie Burns to the corner. It's a 2-point conversion. Come on, Artie, you got to make the play.
Artie froze for another second.
Yeah.
It looked like he went to the wrong receiver initially. Then it was too late. He was caught in trail.
No question about it. Let's wrap it up with this. You got 3 opportunities to block a kick. You got 3 field goal opportunities to win the game. It comes right down to that. The first one, they throw offsides. They say that Joe Hayden was offsides. The second one, they say Artie Burns. I didn't see it. Artie Burns to me looked like he was spot on.
The blocked field goal did not look like offsides at all. And actually, the first one, and one thing that you notice is the center kept squeezing the ball.
Now he's got
illegal.
happy hands.
Yeah, that's illegal, and he's moving the ball around. You can't do that. That should be flagged. And it's funny because Joe Schobert, the middle linebacker of the Cleveland Browns, complained to the official, said, "Hey, he's moving the ball." He goes, "Well, he's been doing that."
The Chargers played the Browns.
Yeah, he goes, "Well, he's been doing that his whole career." So what?
So what? Yes.
Doug Deacon was leg whipping his whole career. Doug Deacon was holding his whole career. He got called.
Deeks isn't going to like that.
Yeah, that's
of course,
right.
he is the master of the leg whip.
Yeah, that's right.
But truly, it came down to that, and it's unfortunate. That's a game where I think the Steelers, it's a tale of 2 halves.
Right.
They did so well in the first, second half, not so well. Phil Rivers, again, proving that he's a great player. And now you're left to going out to the black hole and getting the job done against the 2-10 Raiders. We'll stay tuned because we'll have more. But again,
it's going to be like the playoffs. The last 4 games, you got Oakland, then you got New England, then you've got New Orleans, then you have Cincinnati.
But we got Miss Althea.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
I'm leaving. I'm going to see my granddaughter.
That's all from us.